Hello and welcome to a Last Epoch stream. This is GeoGalvanic here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thanks for that follow during the loading screen there in Cat Meow. Appreciate it. So today I'm going to be playing some Frost Mage, as you may have saw from my puns and teasers yesterday in Discord. But before we get into that, I just wanted to show you all this brand new thing over here on Steam. Turns out Last Epoch has finally made it, which is super exciting. It is 11th Hours Game's first Steam game. If this music bot is too annoying or too loud, let me know. I'm just trying it out. No, I think it's too loud for me. Can't make it go any quieter. But we'll actually sit through and watch this video, because there's a good chance you haven't watched it if you didn't watch Quinn's stream. So we'll actually pause the music. Here we go. Time travel through time. I still need to know what this means. "15 mastery classes." Arena. Ooh, that's a new arena stage. 110 skill trees. Do. Hey Zinryu, thanks for the host. Ah. Thanks for the heads up, Luke. I gotta fix this. It's OBS. OBS for sure. It was doing that when I was trying to take screen captures too. What is the main issue? Seems to be full screen is the issue. Let's try editing this screen capture. Hype. Correct. Capture cursor. Let's turn that off. Advanced settings. X server. I don't need an X server. Does that fix it? Let's try that. Nope. Didn't fix it. What can I do to fix you? Does it look fine for you now? You sure? And try it again. I see it flickering. You don't see it? All right, I'll trust you. Ow, there, yeah, there it is again. All right, you do see it. So what it's showing is my desktop background. So what's flickering? It's the issue here. I'll just switch it from the screen capture to the window capture. So we'll edit this. Steam. Does that fix it? Why is... Technical difficulties 5 minutes into the stream. Oh boy. Window, Steam. Could it possibly be under another window? No. Oh, you guys are missing out on lagging. Audio, window capture, window. Let's try adding another window capture. All right. Steam. OBS does not want to capture Steam. I'm so sorry, guys. Anxiously waiting another beta announcement. Right. All right. I think we'll just make do with the flickering for now. You all can you can go watch the video on Steam yourselves. I'll just finish it up over here. You can at least hear the epic music. So Luke's work will be for naught, but Leroy will be happy. So we'll turn back on this. Turn that off. There we go. Watch it fix itself. Here we go. It didn't. Meteor! Wait, hang on. I thought I saw one of the pre-alpha zones. Logan! Bilbo Laggins over here. Is it me lagging? Is anyone else noting a lag? Yeah, mastery classes. So, couple things there. There was a new arena map, for sure. I'm looking smooth. Okay, that's good. At least I don't have the lag. Let's see if I can find it. Mute this now. So this is that's a new zone right there. This here's a new zone in the water. Looks like a swamp. You got some more immortal creatures. I'm guessing this would also be in the immortal era. So we got more mortal era zones coming. It is odd. I think it's a issue with yeah. I also blame Linux drivers. I think it is an issue with Xcomposite. So it's probably a very like specific niche screenshot issue. So this is also a new zone. We can see it says it's in the Imperial era. This here is a new arena map. So I'm going to blow this up. See if we can go back. So the Frost one looks more or less the same. But you can see like the desert one has, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zones or like pathways to the center. So it's got a lot more differentiation between it. It says Atera right here. Interesting. The world? Like Atera the world? Or is it specifically referring to a god? It's not an arena map. What? Oh, I guess you can kind of see like there's no boundaries on the end of the map here. It does look, and it's in an unknown era. So either the era wasn't decided in time for the making of the beta preview video, or we're going to end up traveling to unknown eras during our time travel adventures. It looks to me like okay, these are all of the Acolyte's minions, and these all look like Void type of people. So it might be in the Void era. But interesting. Super secret map.jpg. So then you have to click. We're having troubles finding that site. Oh, it's not an actual link. All right. Uh, hashtag devlife. You don't know what you can say and what you can't. Um, I feel like at that point you just say whatever you want, right? And then blame Judd later for not telling you. Some Skolins. I remember seeing those in the dev preview videos. It wasn't supposed to render as a link. I figured that out. There was the... So this is back to... This looks like Primal Era here. It doesn't have the era on the minimap. But I'd say, if anything, I'd say it looks very Primal-esque. Yeah, you like saying all the things? You see flickering boobs. Yes, that is indeed what's flickering. I wonder if it'll actually fix itself if I move it to my other desktop screen. But that gets in the way of everything. No, it seems to handle better when it's not in full screen. So I've been asking for days and days what the heck AG means. That's very clearly one of the things you're not allowed to tell me, Luke. You're not allowed to tell me what this stands for. I've tried asking everyone. So we'll probably, hopefully find that out soon. You might be able to tell me the answer to this question though, Luke, is it says in here 110 skill trees. I was wondering if that's the number of skill trees that are planned or the number of skill trees that are implemented in the beta. Because I haven't counted the number of skills with skill trees currently. But I feel like either one sounds reasonable. It's just a really large number, especially when you multiply that by all of the nodes. It's like 400 or something skill nodes for all those trees. I know Mike's been working hard on it. We got Artor's Legacy, which we already have in the game. Some more time travel. Here's the End of Time, which is also in an unknown era. This looks like some of the zones we've seen before. I think there was one more thing to comment on in the trailer. We have Lagan, our first time ever officially seeing a god. Trasaki is here. He might be able to answer that. Oh, hey Trasaki. I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong. Trasaki, Chai, Kai, Trasaki. Imagine me knowing you for a year and still pronouncing your username wrong. It's alright. Mike doesn't know how to pronounce Galvanic. Alright, so yeah, that was the video. We got a couple more screenshots. Looks like all of this is from the video itself. Yeah. That was right, you think. Which part? I was wondering if there's 110 skill trees planned to be implemented in the beta, or 110 skill trees planned to be implemented by release. Because obviously release will have more than what's implemented with beta. Because I'm assuming you're not releasing the rogue with beta. Maybe you are. Who knows? So we got the rest of the typical Steam page stuff. Most of the stuff we already know about. Basically the FAQ page from the website over here. So feel free to check it out. But most importantly, something I need to do right this second is add it to your wish list. By release. Okay, that makes sense. So that would be about 22 skills per class. Is that like a hard divide? Like each class is going to have 22 skills, or you're planning on having at least 110? and you're not really like set on the number for each class. Yes, of course there will be new skill trees in beta. We also have minimum and recommended requirements. I believe before we only had minimum. Notably, they're recommending quite a bit of VRAM. It's one of the bigger issues, I think, facing a lot of people right now is the VRAM. But there are no reviews for this product. You can write your own review for this product. Use the area above the purchase buttons on this page to write your review. Where is that? On the discussions board. Is there a separate discussions board? All right, so there's a brand new discussions board that the developers probably would rather you not use and would rather you use their form instead. New skills to break. Make Meteor great again. I mean, Zin, you know that's Judd's favorite skill, right? So, I don't see the leave a review button. Go ahead and follow that. Partial controller support. Right, so it appears reviews are not a thing yet. But definitely everyone, add it to your wish list, add it to your follows. It'll make it show up higher in the Steam store, I'm assuming. Do I see it here? Popular upcoming? New and trending? All right, so the goal here, guys, is to get last Epoch at the top here at new and trending and popular upcoming. Oh, guys. My mouse and my headset are dying, and I only have one cord. But I think that's it for the Steam page so far. You guys have any other thoughts or ideas or things you want to talk about what's coming for beta? I know devs have said we'll be getting some new classes. I'm assuming that means not the rogue. You instantly went to... Nope, you're good, Luke. You're good, Luke. It's my headset, not yours. Wireless and all. So we know that there's going to be at least a couple more classes. I'm expecting maybe one or two of the third masteries. I'm not expecting all four of the third masteries. I'm not expecting rogue, but maybe you guys have some other thoughts on any of that's down the pipeline. I'm honestly hoping that if they make rogue and multiplayer patches separate, I'm kind of hoping the multiplayer comes first, but I'm sure they're just going to release it as it's ready. So dev question, does Unity allow for easy use of alternate graphics API? I know that's definitely a Luke question, so you got the right guy in chat. If I remember correctly, Luke, you're using DX12 for Windows currently and OpenGL for Linux currently, and you're planning on getting Vulkan support put in? That was a while ago that you posted that, so maybe situations change. That's a Luke question for sure. What else do we know about beta coming in? New skills, of course. We know that. What skills do we know they're working on? Judd said a skill specifically. It's a lot of work in quadruples build times. You can do it, but the build times take days instead of hours. That is quite a bit longer. Is that something that is like it's always takes that much longer, or is it something that you can optimize and improve on so that it comes down to the like a similar amount of time for building later? Ray tracing when? The memes. Zinryu is bringing in the memes. I don't. Ray tracing. The features that nobody needs but are getting marketed to everyone anyways. Plan to support it and you're looking into ways to optimize it. You have considered it. I feel like ray tracing is going to be like years down the road before it's mainstream. Like I don't even think it's going to be mainstream by the time LE releases. You need a reason to buy that RTX. Also, what? You don't think that ray tracing is a meme, Zinryu? 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Oh, that is massive. That would be like what? Dual linked Titans? Oh, before the RTX. Probably not. It's a bit far off. I agree. I agree it is going to be fairly far off. I think Luke has time to get it in there. All right. I'm going to fire up last Epoch. Try and get that Ice Mage started. This is going to be a fairly short stream. I'm tired as all get out. Today was a long day. I have a Hot Pocket in the microwave I'm going to go grab. We'll switch to our game scene. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Think of those gains though. You don't have the TensorFlow workloads to run. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm grabbing my food. Share stream, and I'm back. You do have real-time global illumination. It's just not as nice as the RTX variant. Interesting. Is that in the ultra settings? Oh, I don't want to play this guy. Oops. I'm making a new Ice Mage. That efficiency. It's actually really nice to have my computer in the kitchen. Not gonna lie. Back to the loading screen. So, you were looking at that bug today. Good to know. I know Liam apparently hates that bug more than anything else in the world and will not play the game until it's fixed. Liam, if I assume most of you don't know him, he's the web master and journalist for Gaming on Linux. Right, Elementalist, Frosty, Mick Frostpants. Basically Canadian weather today. Basically. There we go. We know I've reached the end of the stream once I've made it to the end of the time. Why is it exploding already? Oh, the melee is the melee fire damage making the boxes explode? Do I have an NVIDIA GPU? Yes, I do, Luke. 1050. I can't believe you don't have that memorized. Thanks for the follow, Dadheim. I appreciate it. Welcome to last Epoch stream. We've been talking about beta for. Am I getting fire? Okay, so I'm still getting fire effects. Is that from the melee fire damage on the wand? I have a way to test this. Yes, it was from the melee fire damage on the wand. Yeah, there's the notification. Good morning, good morning. / evening. It is late evening for me. So Dodheim, the plan for this guy is to turn him into a Frost Mage, and actually for everyone, the plan here is I'm not going to make him a Frost DPS. One of the class fantasies that I've always enjoyed the concept of, but I've never seen it implemented well, is the control mage. The mage that doesn't deal a ton of damage but does lots of CC, so they do it from range and are fairly squishy, so they're not like a typical tank would be. Ow. Sinner, you didn't this happen on your stream? I feel like it's a repeat. Ow. Mage too squishy confirmed. Where'd you come from? That fantasy is called Black Hole, exactly. So I think with Last Epoch we have a chance at making it work with the Frost Mage. I'm gonna bring in Frost Hole, some Snap Freeze, obviously everything I'm getting Zinned. Zinned. There's those emotes. So with Black Hole, with the chill effects and Snap Freeze, I think we have a chance to make it work. I don't think that Glacier is going to bring in a ton of CC. It does have that massive stun on it that I can go for. Or I could also go for the mana to keep up the sustain on Black Hole. We'll see which way we go on that one. There's also the Volcanic Orb, which is probably going to be where we get most of our damage from. The freeze rate increased freeze chance system being separate from damage, it's intended to facilitate that. You don't know if necessarily balance-wise it's working. Well, fortunately, one of the things I've done since discovering how broken Shield Rush is on Sentinel off stream is I went ahead and I found tons and tons of freeze chance and cold damage affixes and shattered them in preparation for this stream. So it'll be slightly more prepared than my streams where I just show up and totally reset my characters. Which were actually really fun streams. Right. So right now my only cold skill is this Elemental Nova, so I'm going to use only that for now. Intelligence and Elemental Protection. We'll go that route for now. I don't think any class has increased CC duration passives. Sentinel might, I think Forge Guard does have increases the durations of stuns node on it somewhere. But that would be interesting to add to some of the classes. Yes, Sent does have the plus stun duration. 2 of them actually, okay, 2 of them. Right. Stun Dex and Stun Life. Interesting. So it's not just the CC, it's like a hybrid. Need some more sustain on this guy. Or just more damage. We'll go more damage, guys. No, wait. I'm going CC. Alright, so if I'm making a squishy CC character, what increases freeze chance? Does damage increase freeze chance? Let me take a look at that mechanic in a second. But, so the plan going forward for the stream, while I try and find the freeze mechanic, is today is the first day I'm starting to do like scheduled streams. I'm going to do Thursday through Sunday. Thursday and Friday at about 7 o'clock, so just like today. And then Saturday and Sunday about 4 o'clock Central. We'll see how that goes. Damage does not increase freeze chance, but intelligence increases the damage and freeze chance of cold skills. Interesting. Elemental does what intelligence does change when you spec into Elemental Nova? Out of curiosity. I haven't looked at enough of what the attributes do for skills. Ice Nova. Ward, chill. Oh yeah, the chill mechanic should also be pretty nice. What the mage is lacking, I think, time slot coverage. Exactly. What the mage is lacking is an ice wall. So there's your skill ideas for the day. Because, well, I say that I haven't seen this class fantasy like implemented well. It's mostly referring to RPGs in general. I think there are a couple MOBAs that, by attribute of having like 5 million characters, have managed to hit on a few like decent CC mage type characters. One of them being Invoker from Dota, who has that ice wall, the support Invoker, Quaswex Invoker. I know Zinryu said he hasn't played Invoker much, but you should sell you the skill set for your Ice Mage MOBA. You should. That'd actually be really interesting. You should put a post on the forums or Discord. You should show you the skill set for your Ice Thing character in your game thing. Yeah, totally. I think that'd be really interesting. How much is this at the moment? Hello, welcome to the stream in Inferno Angelus. The game currently being like an operative word here, is $50 for alpha access. The game is not going to be in alpha access for very much longer. Beta is about to be released within the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Within the next 2.5 weeks. There should be an announcement of exactly when tomorrow. So if you're hanging out in Last Epoch Discord, you did hear soon. Good. Then you should see the announcement in there. The Steam page is up. You can follow and wishlist the Steam page. That should also give you the announcement, I hope. Oh, maybe Trasaki or Luke can confirm if you'll get announcements from the Steam page if you follow or wishlist. I'd assume they don't know. I feel like that's more of a Judd or Sarno question. I'm gonna go get this chest. You just followed the Steam page a bit ago? Nice. Movement. Right. Oh, and I was gonna look at the freeze rate mechanics. Honestly, no clue. Try to stay away from that kind of thing. I don't blame you, Luke, honestly. I would be the exact same in your shoes. Ask me to be a Discord mod? I say no, thank you. I did that for a bit. I Discord modded for All Being Online, which just went free to play. And I just left their Discord because I got like 5 million pings, even though I haven't actually played the game since I started playing last Epoch like a year ago. So, it's just not my cup of tea. I'd much rather do wiki things. Will it be possible to drop a bow with beta? Oh, that's an interesting question. I'm assuming not. I assume the bow's going to come out with get these quests. I'm going to try and speedrun this so that I can get to the end of the game before I at least finish the story stuff before I log out. I assume that the bow will come out with Rogue. Of course, it might also come out with the beta. What I think is more likely is that we might get some other things, like focus, like some additional offhands. Some offhands that we know that we're going to eventually get include a focus, which would be more for the mage type characters, so that would kind of help flesh out the mage a bit. I feel really awkward as a mage, like having a wand and a shield. I'd rather have 2 shields. Bows are currently planned to be added alongside Rogue, though that's not set in stone, which will not be available at beta launch. It will at one point during beta, though. Okay, that's about what I figured. Increased elemental damage. That is something that I will need, but Transakey did say intelligence is going to boost our freeze rate on our cold skills. Ooh, Fire Shield has cold notes, if I remember right. Grants 40% increased cold damage. And ward. Alright, so it's just cold damage, which is not the CC that I need. So I won't be speccing into the Fire Shield at all. Other stats. Freeze chance increased. Where is freeze chance here? Where's my search bar? Melee stun chance, cast speed. We might also get dual wielding in. We can maybe see some mages dual wielding wands. Who knows? So yeah, and the other offhand that we know that we're going to eventually get is daggers. So for sure, shields, daggers, and foci. I don't see freeze chance here. Transakey. Cold mitigation on block. I feel like this is a bit redundant. The cold mitigation on block and all of the mitigations on blocks. It's right here. Although I did already give you a bunch of feedback on this particular screen. Blind chance, slow chance, chill chance. Right, I don't see anywhere where it will tell me about the freeze mechanic. I'll have to wiki it. Exclamation point wiki! Freeze rate. Cold damage. Must be freeze chance. Increase freeze chance shard. Okay, maybe it is under cold damage. Is it on the wiki? Freeze. Oh, it's just freeze. Alright, I need to set up some redirects for that. Freeze chance is affected by the freeze rate of the skill being used. The formula for which is freeze chance equals 1 plus increased freeze chance. equals freeze rate divided by maximum health of the target. So my only way to modify freeze chance is to actually get increased freeze chance on that skill or from my affixes. Pretzel stopped working. Interesting. Oh, I turned it off. There's music. We got music live again. I feel like it's a bit loud. There we go. All right, I need the skill point from over here. This is the easiest quest ever. I got my Hot Pocket out of the microwave, but I haven't eaten it yet. You guys are too interesting. It was a big bite. Multi yet or no? And trading. So there is no multiplayer. Multiplayer is going to be coming during beta, but not with beta release. As for trading, they've not said anything about that, as far as I know, about whether it will be in beta or not. I don't believe it will be. I don't know what's going to come first, to be honest, if it's going to be trading or co-op. I think trading might come first. Trading seems easier to implement to me, but I've been told I might be wrong on that. Someone's saying trading's more complicated than adding co-op. But we'll see. We do have a couple of multiplayer mechanics. We have chat where we can talk and say hello and pretend to be admins. Well, my message didn't send. Luke, chat's broken again. Crafting is actually fairly deep. Luke says shh. So crafting is for sure in the game. It got reworked pretty recently as well. It's getting replaced soon. Yeah, you have said that. Is that getting replaced for beta or multiplayer patch? And actually, will beta be server hosted for characters? That's actually a important question. You don't know. TM. Trademarked, don't know. Don't believe so. Fair enough. Um, You have your head down, making sure the graphics are good. You're a little behind. And you know what, Luke? I gotta say, you're doing an amazing job. I'm sure you've seen me before. Just giving you the full praise. But it definitely shows, Luke. I've got a cold skill unlocked. My very first one. We're adding that to the skill bar right away. Another 20% in performance improvements. Oh, since you're here, I'm pretty sure, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that I'm stuck with VSync on, even though the setting is off. I've tried testing this by I don't know if this will work, by scaling down my monitor super small, and I noticed that the FPS still never goes above 60. Fixed for beta. Perfect. Look at you. I didn't even report that one, because I'm bad. Oof. Oh, I need to use my cold skill. I kind of forgot that Glacier doesn't start at the target location. That's the thing that you spec into. But yeah, so as far as characters that I think did ice control pretty well, now that I'm all over the place switching topics. But I was talking about Quas Wex Invoker. If Zinryu's still in chat, maybe Zinryu knows. The Frostbird, what is it, like Avina or something? From Dota also is pretty good. It's more of a support with some control type of character, but the conceit is still there. Thanks for the follow, Inferna and Jealous. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, I've already been streaming for an hour. Oh, I started the stream 20 minutes early, that's why. Just with that fantastic loading screen. There's your notification. What is this? 3% increased movement speed? Is this the worst possible roll for the silver ring implicit? I need to wiki this. Wiki silver ring. It's a base ring. 3 to 8 increased movement speed. That is the worst possible roll for this ring. Alright, I don't need that. New skill. What do we have? Drop below health, get ward. Every 3 seconds your next spell deals increased damage. Seeing as how most of my skills won't be dealing damage, that's not going to work out too well for me. So we're just going to keep upping that int. Oh, by the way, if you went to that wiki page and followed the Wikibot link from chat, you may have noticed that the wiki now has it has tier rules for all the different types of affixes. If it's on a two-hand weapon, if it's on a one-hand weapon and body armor. I did that this afternoon during lunch. So if you've been wondering what exactly the rates are for the two-handed weapons now that they're super OP in terms of affixes, you can find that out on the wiki without having to do the math yourself. Next step for that is adding rounding and then having it show up only on pages where having that affix type is actually possible. Angelus Inferna, I believe you asked about crafting earlier. So you might notice that there's some orange stuff that I'm picking up, which is these shards. There's also some crafting materials. But the basic concept of the crafting mechanic is that there are affixes that you add to the items. Like the reason why I picked up that ring is because I noticed that it had 2 affixes on it, as opposed to my rings right now that have 0 on them. Which ups the quote-unquote rarity of the item. Makes it a different color. But there's like a whole variety of things that you can add to each item. And I'll actually show you a craft. We'll put, this actually is a decent implicit white silver ring. So we have freeze chance and cold protection. What other cold stuff can we put on here? We can put cold damage on this as well, increased. So we're going to just add cold damage to this ring, which is going to take up one of our prefix slots. There's 2 prefixes, 2 suffixes. And it says down here, 100% chance for success, adds 5 instability. So what that instability does, is now that I've crafted it, I have the cold damage on the ring now. As I do more crafts, it's going to add more chance for a fracture. Fractures can prevent you from crafting more affixes on the item, lower some of the affixes on the item, or like completely get rid of all of the affixes and make it so you can't craft on it anymore. And as you go up and up, the chances of getting worse fractures goes up as well. But you also have things like this glyph of the Guardian that you can put in that lowers the total fracture by like 1 tier fracture. So now I only have a 5% chance of fracture. But it requires level 14 for me to actually craft a higher tier on this ring. So I can only get it up to plus 25% cold damage. So we'll leave it at that, and we'll do the same thing with this one. We'll take off the glyph, because it's a 100% chance to succeed anyways. And I fractured it. So now that this item's fractured, I can't add anything else to this ring. So this ring's already like 20 times better than this one. Yeah, for sure. You know, people like seeing some of the mechanics. Yes, crafting on the fly is super nice. I also like how you have the like unlimited inventory. Like I just stashed all of my shards and it's now in my inventory here. Some quality of life things. But also going back to town's pretty easy. It's one of the things I actually don't like. Is going back to town is too easy. Call up the portal, boom. I'm there. Um, right here I have a quest where I have a choice to turn it in to either Elder Urza, who's collecting a ledger to try and get people to pay their debts, or to Artem, who basically just doesn't want to pay his debts to Urza. I'm going to give it to Artem. I think Urza is an arse. A downright arse. You're getting hungry now. Yeah, it's one of those food streams. You should go get food and tell me what you're eating. You make me jealous because I'm just eating a Hot Pocket. You posted a bunch of food when you went to China a while back, didn't you? No, that was Leroy, not Luke. Leroy's the foodie. Inferno left D3 a while back to Poe as your main. Been playing Wilson lately. Friend told me about this one. Yeah, I know there's definitely a lot of overlap between people that play Wilson and people that are playing Last Epoch, considering they're both in like beta. Luke wasn't me. Doesn't leave his house. But the weather's nice in Australia, isn't it? I go outside in Australia. I don't like the weather up here. It's snowing and raining today. Middle of April. Fire, lightning, cold. You like to go for walks and runs, keep fit. It's getting hot in Phoenix, Arizona. You know, I would love to move somewhere south. That's likely going to happen at the end of this year. Probably going to move somewhere. Where yet? I don't know. No! No, Luke! No! No! Actually, this is actually probably better. I left the zone and my portal most likely disappeared. So I can't go back to where I was. Woo! Saved it. Walks and runs. What part of Australia do you live? In Luke? This guy's immune to freeze? Imagine building up towards a freeze build and not being able to do anything. Considering this one's not broken, I'm just gonna... Well, no, I'll switch it later. Queensland, near Brisbane. That's on the west side, right? Southwest? My Australia geography is pretty limited. Was he the dev in Quinstream? There's actually probably a few devs in Quinstream. I think Leroy was there too. I know Mike and Judd both made stops in there. Judd said something got swarmed. Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate. Boy, does Quinn have an active chat. Um, boom, boom, boom. What do I have right now? Here we go. Increase spell damage. That's gonna be better. Meh. Oh, this says mana regen on it. I'll break it. So the other part of the crafting is, so this has an affix I want on it, but I don't want the base weapon or really anything else on this. So I'm just gonna drop it in the crafting window, use this rune of shattering on it, and it's gonna break and give me some affixes. And it gave me the one I wanted, which is lucky. So now I have that shard as well. So you can pick them up or you can break them. But you can be that Aussie connection whenever everyone comes to Australia. You can host everyone in your house, the whole team. You missed whatever it was about ExileCon. Oh yeah, I heard that's in Australia. No, that's in New Zealand, right? Or something about that. I was talking if Luke would ever travel to the States for PAX or like some other like last Epoch promotional thing, or just in general if it was paid for work. Luke is still living with his parents, and he's younger than me. Makes me feel bad. I'm not a pro graphics developer. It's worse. Yes, yes. You feel old. You're older than me, I think, right, Sindru? You're older than 24. Do I not have a spec? I do have a spec. I didn't see that pop up whenever I unlocked the spec. I can spec in something. I so need mana. This glacier. 30 in 6 months. Still look 20 though. You are correct. So you at least have that youthful face. I think I probably still look 20. Maybe? I don't know. How old do I look? Oh, kids. You just turned 47. That's good. You bring in the experience that we are all severely lacking. A golden beard. My beard is red when I grow it out. Interesting fact, even though my hair is brown. So I just call myself Geogalvanic Redbeard. Can be my new streamer name, Mr. Redbeard. Right, I'm gonna skip all the content. You know, with all wisdom and age, it's about time you grew a beard and start spreading your wisdom around the world. That should be like one of the lost memories for one of the characters, like for the mage. Like a lost memory exclusive to the mage is like you finish it and then he just like grows a beard. Like, oh, he found his beard, by the way. Here it is. It's just like super Gandalf long beard. That'd be hilarious. Zinryu has literally never had a beard. You can't grow it or you just shave it. Or you've tried to grow it and it just ends up all stubbly. Stubbly. So, you may have noticed Pretzel spamming chat. Just mostly seeing how this goes. Oh my gosh. This song is interesting. Okay, I'm totally Zinryuing all over the place. Both, probably. You can't grow one and you always shave it. Snap freeze! Alright, this is the skill I've been looking forward to. And a new skill slot. Skill spec slot. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, no mana. No mana. Oh, hey, I have this thing. Guess I can use this for now. Until I spec mana in Glacier. How much is the mana cost on Snap Freeze? Questions I will need to find out. Die. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not a fan of this. Hashtag beta plans. Are all classes mana? No. So this class, for example, well, so this is the mage. So this is going to be your most mana heavy class out of all of them, probably. Which the mage has some fun, like, super nuke builds that you use a lot of mana and you, like, want to build super high maximum mana on. But every class, including the mage, has some skills that cost 0 mana. Which if you watched Quinn's stream, I assume you noticed that Last Epoch has this super fun negative mana mechanic, where you can cast a skill as long as you have mana. If you would cast a skill that would drop you below 0 mana, it does. It gives you negative mana. And you can't cast a skill if you have negative mana. Which Gives it a very unique feeling, especially when you're playing those like mana-intensive nuke builds. So um, every class does have like a skill they can use that costs 0 mana. A couple of them usually. I think the Mage also has Lightning Blast. You can spec it so that it has 0 mana. Fireball, you can spec it so that it costs 0 mana. Ice Barrage by default looks like it has 0 mana, but it's channeled. This music is strange. It's more like heavy panting. What channel am I on? What is this station? Epic Station. What is going on? I'm gonna skip this. Black holes. Snap freeze. And I haven't actually read any of the snap freeze nodes, so I have no idea what I'm doing with that one. Right, so we're looking to make this as CC as possible. Spawn an Ice Vortex. It scales with cold damage over time and spell damage, but not with other nodes. Reduces mana cost, but removes the largest explosion. So we can add more damage with that. But so we can get more mana gain on hit and mana on kill with these nodes. We also get the increased stun chance per allocated point here, which is something that we might want to do. We'll probably want to do anyways. So we can also have it occur at the target location. Again, reverse. Then we got increased freeze chance here. Reduced damage. This is probably what we're going to be going for as our like bread and butter. And then we're going to get that increased chance to chill as well. So we're probably going to go like this. Get these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nodes. And that gets us 10, 12, 13, 15, 18, 19. I'll have one more to do whatever I want with. I don't know. I'll put it... I'll put it somewhere. All right. My Hot Pocket's cold now. It fits with the Mage theme. Right, so one of the nodes on here doesn't work. Someone said the self-freeze node. Let's try and see if we can find that. This one. Snap freeze also freezes yourself, making you invulnerable for 4 seconds. Which sounds pretty nice. Especially if you're like using this with like a Spellblade or other kind of like melee-centric mage. I do kind of like the idea of increased freeze duration. I would like to know if this node works. And I'd also like to know if that's global or local. I'm assuming it's local. Because it doesn't specifically say global. This number that's 16% reduced freeze and cooldown duration. That's not what I want. Pushes. Pushes affected targets back 1 meter per allocated point. Now that sounds cool. That would give me a lot more CC. A freeze and a push. Interesting. All right, so we can increase the chill duration, increase chance to chill. So the chill, how long does it take me to eat up Hot Pocket? Apparently an hour, Oxy. Apparently it takes me an hour to eat a Hot Pocket. Long enough for it to get cold. Applies frostbite to enemies. Frostbite, we can put this in the tooltip section. First, it spells frostbite as one word, and then it spells frostbite as like a frostbite. Arr. Just put it all in my mouth. I tried doing that, and then it took me like 30 seconds to chew like one bite. It didn't work out too well. And then I muted my mic because I wasn't sure if it was like playing on my microphone and making it like super obnoxious on stream. Frostbite lasts 4 seconds and reduces cold protection and deals damage over its duration. I'm sorry, it deals 10 damage over its duration, which means it deals 2.5 damage per second. I don't know, I would call that insane damage, but it's there. Leaves behind a patch of frozen ground, which chills all enemies who walk on it. That sounds really fun. I wonder if you can combo that with like some sort of black hole pull. Increased effect, where like you lay down the frozen ground and then you put like the black hole next to it, so that it'll pull them into the black hole and it'll drag them over the ground. So then you'll apply the increased cold effect on it. Although you could obviously just put the black hole down and then use snap freeze. But you know, you got to do it the most complicated way possible. Deals 5 cold damage to enemies in its area of effect. Deals additional cold damage. Right, I want that frostbite effect. It sounds fun. Sounds snazzy. Also get increased cooldown on the way and mana efficiency. Sounds like what I want. We're gonna build towards the mana recovery on Glacier then. Time to get a quest. I want to, at some point, and maybe not just one point, like a bunch of points. I really liked when I went and did those streams where I just basically reset a character and spent like an hour or two just building a character, like a high level character, basically from scratch, without having to actually play the game. I need to put snap freeze on here. I'll put that on here. We'll put mana strike there. So I like that theory crafting. So what I want to do is I want to like sit down with someone else and just like go through like co-op theory crafting. Just be like, okay, so like what would we build if we were gonna build for, like, how can we break this game in like the most ways possible with 2 people now playing the game? Because there's like so many fun builds I can think of that are like kind of like support centric. Like the Frost Mage, obviously, or the Mage, sorry. The Mage has the Fire Shield that you can cast. It has Focus you can cast on allies. Primalist has a lot of fun support skills too, as well. Sentinel you can build really tanky. You already have that planned. Sorry, I'm late. Who are you doing it with? If you don't have 5 people, you can always have more. We can theory craft with 3 people, Oxy. you can theorycraft with multiple people. That's where the fun comes in, right? That's not planned. So you're not planning on sitting down and talking with someone. You're just gonna theorycraft by yourself, or you haven't decided who you're gonna craft with or theorycraft with. Yeah. Because I'm available, depending. You don't need nobody. Fair enough, fair enough. But see, then that means that we will have different kinds of content, at least. You'll theorycraft your co-op by yourself, and I will find someone. I will find someone to theorycraft with me. Maybe I'll theorycraft by myself, if no one else is willing to. But that's the plan. What conversation have you come back to? Hashtag toxic chat. That's literally what he said, though, Luke. He literally said he wanted to theorycraft co-op by himself. Don't know if I'm smart enough. I mean, probably not. Probably not. But that's the fun in co-op, right? This node isn't shiny. This node should be shiny, but it's not. Bug report. I'm gonna screenshot that. So now Luke, Oxy's the one being toxic. You require extra smart to make up for your stupid. Fair enough. I mean, that's pretty much what I do, right? I do a bunch of stupid shit. Invincible barrel? Or is that just because... Okay, that's just because Snap Freeze doesn't deal any damage. By default. But yeah. I never try to make the perfect build. So, we'd probably end up being trying to do like two completely separate things, which I think would be hilarious. Like you'd be sitting there like trying to find like the best way to clear the waves. I'd just be sitting there trying to find like some stupid way to stop you from doing it and go up. To like pull all of the mobs on top of you, uh, while you're in the middle of like trying to like play some sort of ranged kiting build. That's what I like to do. Being like the odd couple. That'd be pretty fun. Hey Coldfire, how's it going tonight? So once I get the glacier goes to the target location, I can use the snap freeze to make sure that like all three of the novas hit the guys. At the moment, that's like the only synergy I'm seeing right now between the skills. I don't really need to snap freeze anything. Maybe I can do it like right now and then do Elemental Nova if I was smart and had enough mana to actually do it. I don't know why I'm over here. I was supposed to be like speedrunning this. Clearly I'm not. Bye. Passive points. Yeah. So that'll hopefully be something I can get set up at some point. So like a co-stream. I'll sit in on someone else's stream and just like do shit with them. Tomorrow I think I might just like sit in Discord while I'm streaming. Like in the LE public Discord and just like let any random old person come and just chat. So Oxy can come and tell me what a loser I am in voice. Luke will come join me. There you go. That's the event for tomorrow. Luke in Discord on a stream, just chilling. Anyone else is welcome to join. It'll be a good time. It's a Friday. Maybe I'll break out my my ciders I got in the fridge. Just have a nice, good, relaxing day. And you know, I'm sure we're gonna have a lot more to talk about tomorrow with regards to that Steam page I saw earlier. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Judd said so. The announcement of the announcements has been announced twice in a row for tomorrow. But if Judd said it, this time it has to be for real. Just message you beforehand so you can work around me. You don't know what you can talk about. Well, I'll probably start my stream same time tomorrow as I did today, 7 p.m. Central. Which is, geez, what would that be in Aussie time? What time is it over there now? It's like 7 a.m., isn't it? Something close to that. Around 9:50 a.m. Cool. 9:50 a.m. Are you on right now it's 8:30 for me. Are you in one of those like weird time zones where they like change it by a half hour just for fun because they couldn't decide which daylight saving times to go with? 11:30. Okay. I see you're planning on being early. That's the way to do it. You don't use daylight savings. 6:30 where you are. So then that would be around 5 o'clock. Everywhere else but Queensland? Yeah, isn't it like super awkward when you're like right next to a place that does it? Alright, this guy needs to die because he has healing. Alright. I don't have any like on hit or leech effects, so I can just kill all these guys. Oxy pointed out the correct strats for this zone to me when you have like leech or like on hit effects is you're supposed to drag all of the mobs to the boss so that you have the mobs there while you're fighting the boss. I actually, um, I don't know if it's planned to ever make it so that like the crates and barrels and stuff don't give you like on hit and on kill effects, but I think it's actually like really great mechanic if you like design around it, because that means that you can like put it in boss rooms like where the boss room where the Omen of Silence is currently has a ton of crates like all over the place. So like as like a really like deep like niche mechanic, you can use them as your on hit and on kill effects during the boss fight by like just dragging the boss around. So it's like one of those mechanics that you don't like really expect. You think it's like buggy, but it can actually end up being like made pretty deep. Like Dota has a ton of those like stupid bugs that just ended up becoming mechanics, became features, bugs to features. Oh my gosh. The lightning, it hurts. I don't have gloves or boots. Maybe if I put those on. 4 damage. I have no defensiveness and no damage. You don't need those for a build, right? Oh, hey. Some ability ideas. I'll take a look at those later. If anyone else has any stream ideas for things that I should do leading up to beta, let me know. Let me know what you want to see. I might theory craft the direct competition to Novatics Guild. Make Pog time. Oh, that was Zinryu's idea, so. I'll let him do it. Oh, no. So how, Oxy, do you have any tips on how I should, I feel like this is not, working out too well. I'm wondering if there's like a way to play this type of class that I just am woefully ignorant of. But a no damage, no life class. How do? I feel like this might be counterintuitive to ARPGs. Right, more chill for our passives. Our passives. I mean, I guess I could spec more damage in Glacier. Then I lose out on mana. I'm gonna be specking eventually. The volcanic orbs will probably be pretty good for cold damage. Wasn't there supposed to be things that... Oh, okay, they're there. Things that spawn behind me. This guy's gonna tail swipe me. Do I have any, do I have a way to get a 0 cost cold spell? Or am I just SOL until we get Shatter Strike? Oh, Ice Barrage. Ice Barrage is the 0 cost cold spell. That's right. I was talking about it earlier. What's that, level 14? Level 14. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . focus. Focus might have some decent CC on it, plus the mana regen. Maybe I don't need to go for mana regen on the Glacier if I can use focus to get some CC out of it. We shall see. Bloop. Is there a... I feel like there was a shatter mechanic that was introduced recently. And I can't remember what skill or where. On this shatter. Shatter. Snap Freeze deals 5 cold damage. This damage counts as a hit. Enables Snap Freeze to apply other on-hit effects. Damage has increasing with... Oh, that's the name of the actual passive, Shatter. It's probably not going to be here. Is it in the passives, maybe? Search for Shatter. No. Is it on Flame Reef? I can't see the tree on Flame Reef. Unfortunately. Frostbite. We'll reduce that cold protection. Increased duration, increased effect. I wonder if the effect also increases damage or if it just increases the cold reduction. I would think it does both, otherwise they would just say increases the cold reduction. All right. I'm probably going to be finishing up here pretty shortly. As I said earlier, it's a pretty short stream as I am Not sure that works super great as a combo. It's not what I wanted, in fact. I haven't even seen this thing freeze someone once. Okay, now he's frozen. Got him. The shield's probably better. Melee cold damage. Sure. Is it a two-hand? Oh, it is a two-hand. Two-handed katana. No, it revives. Why you do this to me? Spider? Spider? Alright. More chill. More chill. We will have the chillest stream of them all. Alright, increase critical strike chance, increase strike multiplier, elemental penetration. Hey. And war retention. We're gonna go for that elemental penetration. For that cold pen. Snap freeze. We'll go for that increased effect. Lower that cold prot. So now we got cold protection reduction and cold penetration. So this should hopefully be like stacking up. Super good. And maybe once I get those mana nodes on like Glacier, I can just like spam Snap Freeze and Glacier together and just do that combo. That's a wall. Ooh, ouch. Where am I? Where is Geo? Alright, I think I have too many mobs right now. Yep, for sure had too many mobs. Mrr. I'm just zinning everything today. I feel like this was exactly like what Zin's stream ended up being yesterday. Like the same place too, just like dying at the first level, dying right here, both playing Mage. I think he was playing Fire, and I'm playing Frost, but both on the struggle train for sure. All right. So I'm going to be finishing up here shortly. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed the stream, give me a follow. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Chatting with Luke in Discord and whoever else wants to join. Totally public, open conversation. Should be a cool stream, I hope. If not, you can come and make it cool. But appreciate everyone hanging out with me tonight. If you missed the beginning of the stream, there is now a Steam page up for Last Epoch. And it has the official beta trailer on it. You will buy when beta comes. Sounds good. You might actually, instead of waiting until beta comes, buy the paid beta pack now, and then you'll still have access for beta, but you also get the turtles. So, because the turtles are exclusive to the alpha packs that we have now. Depends if you really like turtles or not. Yes, the pets. I think that'll probably be the only difference between the alpha packs and the beta packs is the pets. Yes, you like MTX, then buy it now. Now's the time. You will no longer have access to it once beta releases, which is soon. Oh, I forget to do this every stream, but I should have my pets out. There's a Chrono Worm, Kickstarter exclusive, so no longer that one an option. And this is a new boy, the Turtle Pet. The Turtle Pet floats on top of my head. Interesting. Does he follow me? Yes, he does. It's interesting that the follow mechanic for the turtle is different than the Chrono Worm. You love how PoE does MTX. Yes, I think PoE actually is a pretty good model, which is pretty close to what Last Epoch is going to do. Difference being that Last Epoch is buy to play, PoE is free, but the buy-in for Last Epoch is $10. And Last Epoch will not sell additional storage. So basically you're paying for the added storage in Last Epoch up front. Because, basically if you play PoE for any extended period of time, you're gonna buy those stash tabs. I never did, so clearly I am not a diehard PoE fan. But yeah, if you have 2 Chrono Worms out, then sad life, because once you start moving, they merge together and become one Mega Chrono Worm. Which this one actually looks kind of cool. It's all like black and lightning-y and all sorts of fun. Alright. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you here tomorrow if you're still on. I'm also streaming on Saturday and Sunday. I have a work conference on Saturday, but I should be back hopefully before 5 o'clock from that. And I will find someone to throw you on over to who is currently streaming. Looks like Novatic is playing Grim Dawn. Is anyone playing Last Epoch? Black Blood. I'll throw you on over to Black Blood. Black Blood 1989. All right. Enjoy your night. Thanks everyone for coming in.